Hi, you guys. I'm Jess. I've talked to some of you, and I've been writing a lot about the conditions of love um, in a column and in articles, but I haven't hopped on and talked to you. And so I wanted to talk to all of you about how we're just doing love all wrong. And what's getting in our way is we're conditioning our love. We're conditioning our love personally, we're conditioning our love professionally, and we're most of all conditioning our love collectively. And it's getting in our way of wellness and wholeness. And so I had to hop on and I wanted to start talking to people about how our conditions are within our control, and we can change them. And as we each become self-aware of the conditions that get in our way, we can move towards a more collective wellness and collective love. And so I just wanted to bring a few examples of myself so you can start seeing your own conditions. So personally, professionally, and collectively. And personally for me, I have 5 kids, and I would say to you, I unconditionally love each and every one of my children, which is true in my heart to the core. But there are many conditions I place on them, just in an everyday circumstance, to feeling the love that I have for them. And I don't do it intentionally. You know, we don't often intentionally condition our love, but we do it. And so I try very hard to see the conditions in which I'm making my children have to earn love when they don't have to earn it. They are worthy of unconditional all of the time, no matter how they make me feel or what feelings they evoke in me. And then also personally, one of the greatest examples I have is my husband and I have been married for 14 years, and I watch, I get up early and have a cup of coffee because I have 5 kids. So I have to get up early to have coffee by myself and get ready for the day. And sometimes I'll be up early enough to watch him drive away for work, and I'll watch him drive away from work for work. And I'll think about how much I love him, how proud I am how proud I am of him, and how much I adore our relationship, and how strong he is and how honorable he is as a dad. And I'll think all of those great things as I watch him drive away from work. And then when he drives home from work and he comes in, all of my conditions can get in my way. My expectations of him for that day, whatever happened that day with the kids, all of that stuff, those conditions come right in between us when I know that I can unconditionally love him when our conditions aren't set right between us. And so see that in your personal relationships. And then it also shows up professionally. So I've been a social worker for over 15 years, primarily in the field of child welfare. And you see these mugs that say, love what you do, and, love what you do what you love. And so I love those. I think that's beautiful. But in many fields of human services, they don't equally say love who you do it with. And so child welfare takes a deep sense of feelings of worthiness and honoring that you're joining somebody in a very vulnerable space in their life. And when you join somebody in that space, there is times in which you end up feeling deep love for them. I have kids that I wish I would have said I love you to, that I had worked with for years, but it professionally was too boundary, right? We had conditions around how you love people within a profession. And ethics and boundaries are very important, but this was one that gets in the way. If love should not be the anchored feeling in which you are doing this work from, then what should be, is the question I kept asking myself. And so now I know love is the way in which I have to guide my work, and it cannot be conditioned love. And when I show up without conditions, I judge things much less than I would have judged them with my conditions. And then collectively, everyone can see this, that we collectively condition our love for other people all of the time. We first say, oh, I love you, but what's your religion? What's your political view? Do you have kids? Do you not have kids? Where do you work? What do you do? Do you run? All of those things get in our way before we just offer up that everyone is worthy of love. And it's very hard to get to see what your conditions are and to unpack, why and how come do I have these? And where did these come from? And do I want to keep them? And are they serving the collective in the way that I want to serve the collective? And if they're not, it's time to check them. So we can, just to wrap up, you guys, collectively, we condition our love personally, professionally, and collectively. And I want to challenge everyone to take some time and be reflective on what are the conditions that show up for you in those spaces, and can you change them, and why do you have them? You are in control of your conditions, and you are the definer of those conditions. And so maybe you want to choose to redefine them. The challenge of the day. Lovely to see all of you. I hope that we all connect again very soon. Let's go uncondition our love for each other. Have a great day.